Good evening, everyone. It has been a long time that I haven't actually done the series called Street Parliament. You know, um, Normally I scheduled Saturdays for State of the Igbo Nation, but again, as the mood of the nation is, there is nothing that says we couldn't do something else than what we used to. So this evening I just want to have um, conversations because I am a man who believes in conversation. You know, um, I sometimes engage my children. Let us talk. Let us have conversations. But sometimes, they might be engrossed with whatever they playing game, or whatever they do. You need to get their attention. So, before we start, I want to know where you are watching me from. Let us talk. Reason why, this is just, let me see, that's my cushion. Let me cushion myself very well. As Onyichie, you know, unapologetically dotted. Who no like my dottedness? Let me cushion myself very well. Okay. So you'd be surprised to see me in this mode, to be quite relaxed and to know where you're watching me from. Let us have fun. Let us discuss. My in-law. Good evening, Maazi Ezeoke. You're watching me from Dublin. That is Wando. He is my in-law that I never knew, but thanks to YouTube, he is marrying my sister. But he hasn't settled me. Wando, I'm telling you in front of everybody, you haven't, is it? So I need to be settled, So good evening, everyone. Invite everyone, invite everyone, invite all the guests, invite the oppositions, invite those that don't like us, invite those that don't like what we do. We will make everybody. He says, don't go there. Don't worry, I will go there. You're not even inviting me to come to maybe Ireland. So that Dublin, so that I come. You know what I'm going to do? I actually, Uche M. I got your address to send you the dots on your dot t-shirt, but I wouldn't be sending it because I want to give it to you personally. So let's see, by next month or so, I want to visit, if not for anything, for a weekend to Ireland. I think because the COVID, I'm triple jab. I've done the first jab, second jab, and what's it called? The booster. I want to see between the month of probably end of April, May, if I can kickstart my journey again. So those of you in America, around Texas, Washington, D.C. area, Baltimore area, you can start booking your date from end of April. You can start getting my birthday party present ready. My birthday is on the 24th of April. You see, 24th of April is my birthday, so begin to get stuff ready for me. And begin to get ready. Then those of you in Germany, in Hanover area, Hamburg, Bremen, Ottenburg, begin to expect me from the month of August when they start playing these footballs in Germany. So I will be coming around soon. John Nebechukwu says, joining the street parliament from Edo. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So what I'm going to do, I will be discussing the APC ongoing convention that is happening the way Nigeria happens to everything we do. Even in talking about that, I would also be talking about, if you don't know, that bandits has actually invaded Kaduna Airport. Think about it. Heathrow Airport, Frankfurt, BWI, Dallas, Toronto, Ontario, your airport. You wake up, you stand, you take your flight, you are on the runway, and suddenly, boom, bandits appear on the runway. To the point that one person was killed. That is a NEMA staff, National Accident and whatever agency is it? NAMA or whatever it's called. One staff was killed. Maazi Ezeoke lady from US. Thank you very much, Chi-N. It appears when I do night stuff, it's only men that join this. I like women too. I like women to join. You know, I like women to join. For obvious reason. Because so that it doesn't become a men affair. But when you listen, when you read these things, you begin to wonder, why is Nigeria behaving in this manner and it appears nobody cares? The day these people are in Abuja on their national convention is the day they are attacking Abuja. There are things that I have been seeing, videos that have been emerging, and these videos are, in fact, today I will talk about a lot of things. Just make sure you stay tuned. I will talk about I will continue with the airport's invasion, the bandits invading the Kaduna airport today, and one person killed. I will talk about the issue with Chimamanda Adichie, her views regarding the church, what the church is doing. I will come back to something I've talked about to us last year, which is the mentality of make money quick. Yes, thank you. It is well. Nigeria Airspace Management Agency. Thank you very much. I think I normally mistake NAMA and NEMA. Thank you. National Emergency. Okay. Thank you. So, Rocafo Catfish. Thank you very much. You're watching from the United Kingdom. So I will look at these things and I will show us some videos that would help us to understand and look at these things, together. And while I'm doing that, I don't want that to be Maazi's affair. I beg you and implore you. See, there is a reason why I don't take direct line calls here when I'm doing, because I don't want someone, especially if you're in the UK or America, and you're calling the number, you're sending money, or you are in South Africa, you're anywhere. I want you to call and we can talk. And while we are talking, because it's WhatsApp, it's going to be free for you. So, people, shall we start? Shall we make a start? Shall we make a start, people? Again, before I go ahead and do that, if you haven't subscribed to this platform, please, I say please to you once more. Can you please subscribe to this platform, please? Can you like this video? Can you share it? Can we like? It doesn't cost anything to share. It doesn't cost anything to like. It's only a click of a button. Just romance the screen of your device you're watching me with. And for some of you who have been requesting the update from the Ebonyi International Airport, tomorrow, 5 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. Nigerian time, the video will be uploaded of Ebonyi International Airport, the recent status vis-a-vis a comparison of how it was sometime January last year when I first visited that airport. So they say, we take anything out, we'll show you that we haven't really pinched you. Again, I know, being conscious of that, and many of you say, I don't, there are times that, like I put somebody today on Twitter, that I said something, he said, Maz, there are times silence is golden. I said, no. There are times keeping silent is actually being accomplished. If things are happening in the Southeast and the press, many people, probably not from the Southeast, are waiting until maybe the government pay them before they talk about what is happening. Obviously, we see what happened with River State. We know how people were being paid to report about the things happening in River State, but who cares? But here, we do it, and we want you to help us to do it. Two things. Whenever you see things not working, help us report it. In the same vein, as we said, Ndi Ichie says, but whenever we see things working, let us also say it. It doesn't hurt. So it's not like, oh, this person is only about by every time you're, No. Let us also learn and become, acquainted to the fact that we cannot only be seen to be criticizing. I've taken my time and I looked at Ebony State, and looking at their coffers, Ebony State ranks with Yobe State amongst the least states in the Southeast or in Nigeria that receives the least federal allocation. Juxtapose that to the level of work done in that state, you will know that Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Lagos, which other state again? Delta. They must account for what they've been doing with all the money they've been receiving. To whom much is given, much is expected. MK1, yes. For your warning, for those of you in Europe, okay, no, not Europe. For those of you, I think in Dublin, UK, or what they call the United Kingdom, I heard that your clock is moving forward. You're going to move it forward by 1 hour. So tomorrow your clock is moving forward. You're going to align yourself with Nigeria. Okay? So, it says, Caminius says, are you still asking why Nigerians are behaving this way? We should say the way it is, there is no redemption. Well, opinions do differ, and respectfully, your opinion is also well noted. So, people, where do we start? Wherever we want to start, let's start somewhere. Ejike Ajala, thank you very much. So, the street parliament. What I'm going to do, I have my topics that I want to take. But if there is anything you want me to talk about, please put that in the comment section. If there is anything you want to talk about, and if there is anything at all, it's parliament. Say what you want. The world is listening. I'm giving you the platform free. You just say what you want. The world is listening. We may start with the concept of making money, or what do they call it? Is that making money quick, or quick money, however, that is. But whichever way, whether you take a tie rope, or you take rope, sorry, you take rapat, you take this in tie goat, or you take goat, tie whatever. It doesn't matter which one. But let me start with something that I think let me start with politics before I go into human angle. Okay? And if I start, if I start with this, and this is about the APC convention today. This convention has been in the offing for so long, But you kind of wonder if this convention has been in the offing for so long, why then is it that even in the last minute when people were coming in, you still had commotion? Why? Why is it that when things, things you planned ahead of time, you had an idea how many people will be attending your convention, yet you ended up having more commotion than any other thing? You keep asking yourself, why? Sometimes there are, it's not, this is not about a political party, but it's something that has actually gone deep into the psyche and into the bloodstream of people of Nigeria. So it's not necessarily the political party. It is about virtually everything in Nigeria. So let's quickly look into this for us to get a small idea of what I'm talking about. Look, watch this. So you can see this is now stampede, and you can hear those individuals coughing. People, what it means that these individuals, either they've been tear gassed or that something heavier has struck them for them to be coughing in that manner. Now you can imagine what they were scouting there on the floor is basically the ballot boxes with which they ought to have voted. By the time we wake up tomorrow, we will hear leaders that have been elected from that same Confucian-ridden environment. And they'll probably be, hoping that people will respect whatever that came out of that which we saw now. That is on a government level. Now, on a private level, you see that even within the traditional circle, people are being obtained. People are being brainwashed. You move on to the government circle, it is the same story. Again, east, south, north, west, everywhere. You come to the church, it's the same. Let me actually get Chimanda Adichie. She talks about, recall that when her parents died, and that is the benefit of having platform. When her parents died, in the course of trying to bury her parents, she got to have a shock of her life where she was asked by the Catholic Church. So where she was asked by the Catholic Church to, pay a certain amount of money. And these are things that if you're not buoyant enough, maybe one might not be able to pay certain money. But look at the responses that she reads out, that people responded to her as background to the story that I just.
Solo. It is quite sad, painful, and heartbreaking to see all these priests adding to the pains of people that are mourning their loved ones. My uncle died last April. He was a catechist and served for over 3 decades. While planning his funeral, we were given a list of what the church needs, and we were asked to pick one. We were made to pay all sorts of levies. We had to pay some money to the choir for them to sing during the funeral. Now, this was a man who dedicated his life to the growth of the Catholic Church in the town. Instead of actually supporting area, was the case. If they can do that to a catechist, what then is the fate of ordinary church members? So this is from Igbo Yoruba boy. I was training to be a priest myself. The then priest of my village in Imo State refused to bury my mother because my parents were not based in the East and had not paid all their levies. I could not believe it. Not because the priest had no justification to refuse our request, but because I was wondering what happened to compassion and the norm of the code that says we must bury whoever demands it. We spent 3 hours on our knees. In the end, the priest sent his catechist to conduct the service. So my mother was buried by a catechist. Some priests in the East do not perceive, hence do not understand the spirit behind the code. And this is from Omosomi Broom. My siblings and I went through the same treatment when...
Hold on. You see, the essence of speaking up, because she spoke up regarding what happened to her, and I like her courage. She even spoke up in the church. She damned the consequences. She told them what she was thinking. But because she spoke up, people are now writing her and making these, sharing their own stories, meaning that she's never, she's not alone. So whatever you're going through now, I beseech you and encourage you to speak up, because you find out there are people...
My father sadly passed away in my hometown of Fuga in February of 2021.
Fuga is
the Catholic priests refused to conduct a mass for my father, who had been a staunch Catholic all of the 98 years he lived, simply because we refused to provide their unreasonable demand of a cow. This is from Stankus. The Catholic churches in Eastern Nigeria have been doing this for a very long time without consequences. Many families haven't been able to do the final burial of their loved ones because their family members who died owed or missed membership levies of 50 naira only. What a shame. This is from Rick Opara. My father passed away in April of 2015 in Abuja. The parish in the east, All Saints Church, Oku, Ikeduru, Imo State, billed us a ridiculous amount running into 6 figures. My father was ill for about 6 years before he passed away, and the church was well aware of this, but still they billed us. We paid the fee. On the day of the burial, Mass was slated for 9 or 10 a.m. The priest who had, after collecting the 6-figure bill and still asked for an extra 10,000 naira for fuel, did not show up until 3 hours later. We were standing in the church premises with a casket in an ambulance and no priest for 3 hours. This is from Adeze Iloka. This happened in Nnewi, Anambra State. I lost my father 2 weeks ago. As an Ada and the first child, I'm fully involved in the burial process. My uncles went to the priest in charge of this same church to inform them of the demise of my dear father and to get a date for the burial. The parish priest acted in a distasteful, condescending manner that left me in tears, anger, and hatred for his person. He cared more about my father not paying any current tithe than condoling the family. He didn't even say sorry or express any sort of pity for the dead. He walked out on my uncles and demanded that we go through the catechist. This is from Chidiebere Onwumere. Things really have got to change in the Catholic Church in the Southeast. The Catholic priests who preside over the burial of people, particularly in the village, the opportunity is used to torment grieving families perceived to be well off and who are perceived not to have given much materially to the church. Burials are seen as payback time. It clearly defeats the whole essence of Christianity and compassion.
And the last thing I want to say is, for any Catholic in Nigeria who is told that their loved ones will not be buried because they owe money, please go to my website, chimamanda.com, send an email, show me proof of what you've been asked to pay. I will pay for it. I don't think anybody deserves horrible humiliation and lack of compassion just because a loved one owes some money to the church.
Now, you see here, she's offering to pay. I will tell you, let her not even pay. Don't pay. Get whoever, listen, when somebody is dead, whatever emotions we are exhibiting at that point, whether the individual is buried by a pope, a native doctor, a catechist, an imam, an afar, even myself, Maazi, it changes nothing. What matters is the deeds that you've done before you died. If those you've identified with toiled all your life, gone early morning in the church, go clean the church, do everything, give them your resources, when the chips are down, they desert you. Whoever they are, the best thing you do is do what? Walk away. Damn them. Nothing would happen. I don't bloody care. If they are Catholics, Anglican, Pentecostals, it doesn't matter. You could not hold people to ransom. It is a bad omen. It is indeed. You know what it means? That many people, when their parents die, you live in disbelief. I've been there. You live in denial, you live in disbelief. You can leave the door open, hoping that the person will come back. And at that point, rather than offer you succor, rather than offer you a shoulder to cry to, what some of them will do is to try and see how they can extort you. Who does that? Who does that? Chimamanda experienced it. You know who her father is? A professor, for that matter. A professor. Her father was a professor. That's highly placed. It's not like someone who, the children are not known. And some of you watching me who are fond of, when you throw them this money, oh, everybody will give you, they will come, they will be falling over themselves who will come and bury the person because they know the individual in question has got kids who are well-to-do. Doesn't matter. The dead body is only nothing but carcass. That will be eating food for termites. It doesn't matter. If the dead body, if there is anything like heaven or if there is anything like hell, the dead body doesn't know. The soul has left the body. The church is only being asked to come and pay last respect to the ashes. Have we even started thinking as a people? Like I've kept saying to us, we are turning the Southeast, and by extension, we are turning the mother continent, Africa, to burial grounds. You come to compounds where people bury anybody. Imagine in a family, large family, there comes a point, there is not going to be any more space to bury those that will die. Yet we would eventually dig boreholes on top of those, buried people, blah, blah, blah. Can we begin to think about communal burial grounds? I sometimes take on topics that is not for so many people. That's why I'm not really bothered if 1 million people are watching me, but at least if at the end of today I have 100, 200, 300 people watching me, it's better that I have impacted on them by the mere conversation we are having now, as opposed to having 2 million people and I'm just ranting and nothing changes. Can we begin to think, people? Think deeper. If you're a Reverend Father and you're watching me and you're among those who are doing this, requesting arms and legs from those that ought to bury their loved one, grieving because they've lost loved ones, please stop. Please. Please. I beg you. Chukwu Nonso Emekekwe. Wow, Nonso Emekekwe. Maazi, I'm joining the parliament for the first time and I have watched a full length of viral videos. Thank you. Nonso Emekekwe, where are you now? Is that Nonso Emekekwe, the DG? Someone who saw the video say go pay your paper fee, no matter who you are. Paper fee? Listen, if I stop going to church, it changes nothing. By the way, Christ or God doesn't live in those churches. But what bothers me as a social critic, what bothers me is the way not only the church, even the traditionalists, this nonsense of quick money making is also crippling. It's also coming into their midst. We now have young people, they can move with dead bodies. I will play us one video. This man was caught with a dead body. Some have said that this is the mother who died and they wrapped him like a wrapped bag of rice. How can a human being do that? Some have said that that is ritual. I don't know the real story because the police that recorded that video didn't give much details. Let's watch that video. You know, the whole society is going gaga. Sometimes I'm saying, sometimes I want to keep quiet. Sometimes I'm like, Jesus, are you the only one seeing things? The thing is just getting out of hand. But let's watch. This is a human being he's bringing out. A human being. It's not yam. A human being is inside that bag.
No. I got my own is not sharp.
Please, sir, let me pick this call. It's my senior brother. My friend, don't pick that call. Come on, pick that.
You get a fine phone, sharp. I beg, come.
I haven't done much text.
Which side of Abombis?
Okay,
Mboto.
yes.
In here, do you have place?
Yes.
It says the police asked him which side of Abombe he said he is from. He said he's from Mboto. And he said that is the same place where the former governor of Imo State, Ihedioha, came from. Now, if you're joining me for the first time, please, by all means, like and share this video. Invite others to join us.
When I heard your brother.
On that side. Yes.
I'm not brother, so me, I don't even know him, but yeah, it's the same. My friend, open. Remove that your cap.
Remove your cap.
So that I will see your face very well. Make sure you get him
Come closer now, I beg. But don't send anywhere. Uh-huh.
Is it a picture or video? You video as he's opening that thing. As he's, everything about him, you record it.
So he died this morning.
Yes, around 11. Bring him out. Bring it out. Hey. Bring it out completely. Remove it from the bag. Remove it from the bag. Hello. Huh? Remove it from the bag. Remove it from the bag completely.
No. Oh, it's all right. It's all right.
No, sir. Sorry. Remove it completely and straighten the person and let us see him. Or her.
Now, there are two versions of the story behind this. You know why I I normally don't take sides because I want to get to the bottom of stories. So far, I will tell us the two versions of this story. One is that he lost his mom. According to what you heard him that time, he says what he said. He said he died around 11. Sorry, she died around 11. Now, one version of the story has it that he wants to use it for ritual. The other version of the story, probably which may be plausible to some of us, but some of us may still not believe it, which is that the woman died, and in trying to take her home, if he took an ambulance, it will cost him more. He doesn't have that money. So the easiest way for him to transport the corpse without paying much money, but pay just as somebody going with load, will be to put it in this format and put it in a bus. I don't know which one of them makes sense to you. You might have your say. I don't know what you think. Which one of them do you think makes sense? Honestly, we live in a wicked world. We live in a world where things happen that nowadays we no longer know what to really believe as to things happening. It's a wine. I remove waiting. Okay, I don't know. No, but money. Now, on another video, you will see full grown adults wear white shirts, killing ram, shouting money. That is for them to make money. One tells us here, and he says, let me read what. Like my father always said, there is nothing like Jesus Intercontinental Bank or Native Doctor Bank. You need to have skills, talents in order to make money. And you need to have knowledge in order to keep it. Imagine here young people. This is not Hausa, Yoruba, or anything. These are Igbos. These are fellow humans. Some of them may be watching me thinking, Maazi, this guy, you're talking nonsense, that we've made money like this. I say, which money you made like this? Who printed it? They are shouting money. And when after shouting money, they believe that they will make money. Have a look.
money, 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 money,
Honestly, on watching this, I didn't know whether to cry or smash my phone. I didn't know, there are things that may seem beyond you. I don't even know what to say. Money, 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 money. Is it that people please let somebody wake me up? Tell me that I'm not going crazy. Tell me that everybody watching me doesn't believe in this rubbish. That I'm the only one sitting down here talking nonsense. Because I cannot, in the life of me, believe that in the year 2022, I'll have children trained. Jesus Christ. There is a lot of work. There is a lot of work to be done. Honestly, I don't know. I am speechless. I am flabbergasted. To be honest with you, at this juncture, maybe the only thing I can do is to see if I can go to Niger Delta and let somebody come and explain to this. Maybe it's what he calls Frank's Bananian dictum. Maybe that is what it is.
Before I go on, let me postulate from the Franz Fanonian dictum.
He's doing whatever he's doing. From the Fantanania, please look, I don't cut my tongue. From the Pantamanania dictum. Right to make a God of Nazareth. Oh, maybe now I know how Mark Zuckerberg made his money. He was shouting. He bought computer. You know what he was shouting? Money, 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 money. Facebook, Meta, Meta, money. Facebook, Meta, money, money. Facebook, Meta. I remember that's how. Jeff Bezos, that's how. That's how Amazon started working. Is it the owner of Alibaba? Now I know. Now I know. APs. They were shouting, APs, money, money, money. Now I know. All of them. All the British Airways. That's how actually they became very big. Even Qatar Airline, Ethiopian Airline, they were shouting money, 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 adults. The white powder they put on their body itself, I don't even know. Is it to scare the money to come? Or, hey, the society is rotten. The society is gone. How did we get here, people? Can someone help me? How did we get here? How come that you will see a young man of 20 to 25, 26 years that you know he was doing nothing, and the next thing he comes home with car that they now send, if you're not driving Mercedes, you are a Jew man or whatever. How come these things are just happening and no one is concerned? How come that many of us, majority of us, are not concerned? My heart bleeds. There are two native doctors, both of them, one in Asaba and one in Anambra, that do Facebook Live sometimes. And sometimes I might be lying down, scrolling down Facebook, and I am not bothered what they talk or what they perform. But what worries me, that endangers the security of you and I watching me now, is the comments I read in the comment section. The future is bleak. It's also very simplistic that when some of you will say, It's be happening because it is Nigeria. And I laugh. I laugh. Those individuals are from our places. Let those who are elsewhere cry for their own place. I am crying for the place that is so dear to my heart. It hurts me. That men, young men who should learn skills. Do you know these people here? If you take them through, many of them here, if you teach them code, how to code, they can make good money. I have a young man living in Nigeria. He just still in youth service, graduated just last year, living in Nigeria, moving to one of the countries in Europe very soon. You can never believe the amount of money this young man is being paid. He hasn't still finished second youth service. There are skills. But here you are, believing that when you rub your white chalk and shout, money, 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 and you see I may use the word idiot without apology, the one conducting the service or the sermon, who calls himself a prophet or a pastor, suddenly, because sometimes I say, he hasn't made a decision where he is, whether he is an apostle or a pastor, or he's a native doctor. He hasn't made his choice. And there he is talking about that there's a wine. And I'm like, okay, so you're moving away from the Christendom to the Ezewanya. Man, someone please wake me. Tell me that I am not, in fact, that I am not mad already. Because the thing is giving me a hell of concern. The thing is if you ask them now for their mind, they will say they don't show me, they don't remove me for studio. For their mind, they say they don't try me. Dear. I don't know. So, some of you might have answers to the white powder, but I don't know. The white powder is to make it believable. Good vibe. I don't know. To make it believable. Michael Ono, you're welcome to the conversation. So this is the street parliament. I have given you the cut topics I want to talk about. Now, over to you, my listeners. If there is any one topic you want me to address, any issue you want me to address, can you put it in the comment section? If you also need to chip in something on the topics that I have addressed, you are also free to chip in also. Edmondo Carfor, let me take, and while I'm taking comments, we can also do that while we are taking some comments. The number to call is, if you want, is 070800-42206. For those of you saying, chatting me privately saying you want to support what we do, but you don't want to use the super chat, you can see the account number there, Fidelity Bank, scrolling at the bottom. Or for those of you in Europe or America wanting to use PayPal, you can see that is njenjemedia@gmail.com. So I come back to you now, people. Can we make it? And let me go back and take the comment from Edmondo Carfor. Maazi, the funniest part is that when you shout money, 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 money will come, but how much? Because money will definitely come. How? Please, okay. Edmond, okay, maybe you are the native doctor now. Maazi will shout money, money, money. Let's see if money will appear in the super chat. Money, 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 money. Where is the money now? I never see any money. So it means they work, have you know they work? Man, people, this one tire me. So you know work. Wahala be like a bicycle. Oh. Wahala be like a bicycle seat. So it means all the things we wanna they talk no work. So the money. Hmm? Money. In I say make I shout money. I shout money. The money no come. Papa Bina say no be like that. Please make una make una cut soap for me now. So how would they shout? Eh? How do we shout the money now? Honestly, I think this insanity stems from too much knowledge. No, I don't think so. Actually, just like when Kanayo started, I should tie white cloth. Okay, you know what? This is white. Okay, I have tied white cloth, or should I use it to cover my face? Money, money. I don't see any money. Oh, I don't see any money. Hmm? Maazi Ike says, what are you doing to support Biafran restoration? You're already supporting it now, so go ahead and support it. I'm not against you supporting Biafran restoration, so go ahead. It a work, oh. Money. It a work. See, we have a super chat, catfish. See, it a work, oh. Make I money come from us, eh? Money come from us, eh? Money. It they come. See, I'm with the work. Oh. I'm not dressed up for the occasion. No, it's not about dressing now. But how am I going to talk like that? It's not about dressing. Don't try me. Oh. You see, I have my own. What's it? See, I'm here. It's my Ebubagu. So he's here from Kenya. He's working on. I told you, these people, Una is working on. See, another super chat. It's working. Okay, or maybe make we add gear. Make we do. Una say now white I go wear, abi? I don't wear the white. Money. It dey work, oh. It dey work. So, see, it dey work. Samtarosa Katera, now one, where they watch from, says, Maazi, I want us to discuss how best we can start to appreciate our culture, particularly the madness of drinking in social events, foreign wines, and cognac and champagne. I don't know, Santa Rosa, whether you've not been watching me. I'm a promoter of our local look under your sheet. So there is money. The money no deal. I don't look. Which currency? I've looked, you know the Maazi, how many powers that he has? He hasn't tapped into yet. In the busk. It's true. There is so many power. There is Labande Madrus. No, is it Labande? There is one, but I know there is something La there. So Labande Daburusk or whatever it's called. You know, there are so many powers, and he hasn't used them. You know, I hope you know what I mean. And there is Abunde Sheka. Ganduje Gandusa.
I have so many power. Le Baduse play Lamante. I have Abido Sheka. I have never touched those ones. I have Dabus Kabach. Yes. I have Ganduka Gandusa. Mbeg Iwalonios.
You know, you see? So maybe that is the power we are talking. The Gandusa, Abunde Sheka. Abunde Sheka. Mbego, Egolonios. Abundeseka. Yeah, one to. One to. So, but I think let me not lose sight of the topic someone brought up here, which I think is someone said, how can we promote our local drinks rather than drink cognac? There is this madness that I've also seen happening in Anibo. There's what they call, I think now people say, I don't know why we are like this. Suddenly, if you're home last Christmas, or you will hear, oh, he gave you 15 years. Grimfidish, 15 years. The other one said he brought 18 years. I'm like, oh God, whether not 18 or be 15 or be 6 hours drink, it changes nothing. The ways of our forefathers, where they will give you the real nkwocha, is still the best. I normally go to Udi to make my orders, but this Christmas has made me also that I will stop going to Udi because they have learned another one. When Nkwudi used to be Nkwudi, you take 1 cup of 250 milliliter. After 10-20 minutes, your body could tell you some stories. Your spirit will be high a little bit. You will begin to, when you are in the spirit, you talk the words of the spirit. Uroboskata, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Bentley, That is what that palm wine does. Recall, it is the same palm wine when Jesus went to wedding in Galilee. The whole wine, the tombo finished, and they needed the real up wine. And Christ made wine. Ask yourself, if Christ wasn't a palm wine drinker, why did he make it? Remember that Christ doesn't give people what he doesn't eat. Think about it. But Christ wasn't an palm wine abuser. So don't abuse it, because if you abuse it, it can give you health challenges. And if you abuse it, you feed close more. But on a serious note, think about it. Really. Christ did that. He gave us, that's why, when people sing Galilee, Ebendong Unkujele Kopa, Galilee, Ebendong Unkujere Kopa, Galilee, Ebendiolin Kujere Kopa, Ebe Jesus Mere Miracle. Then those of us at the back will now bring our deep voice and say, See, you appreciate that? Carry on, Pastor. But you get the point now. You get the point of what I'm saying. So to my brother who made that comment saying, why can't we? The only thing I can ask us is, no matter how small we are, let us make the conscious effort. You can't change what people want to do. If you come to my house and I offer you palm wine, I have had occasions where people come and I bring this palm wine that I'm telling you out from the freezer, chilled, very, very conspicuous. You can give them any of those wines you mentioned. Because when you come to the Obiogran, anyway, if you're yes, of course, we are only combined. That means we are here and we are there. So make your choice. But it's almost 100% that most times when you present people with these two options, they'll tell you, now forget this one we know and we see every time. Can we go to this holy water? So that is a way of promoting it. Another way of promoting it is by way of what Professor Chukwu Machao Soludo has started in Anambra State. Ensure that if anything has to be, anything alcohol will be consumed in the state, it must be the local produced wine in the state. He started it when he was sworn in. So I believe by this, listen, people, one of the problems we do have, and one of these things I see from a lot of people commenting, is this concept of now, money, now. Nigeria is not working, fix it now. Nigeria is not working, break it now. Nigeria is not working, it is Biafra now. Nigeria is not working, it is Odua nation now. So there hasn't, one thing that is missing is strategy. How do you, I don't know if many of us actually, maybe I don't blame us, it's not like our children that you buy Lego for them. They build Lego. When children build Lego, what it creates in them is problem solving and patience. That if you want to build a skyscraper, you need to build the foundation first, begin to put them, balance them that it doesn't collapse. But with the mentality that we have, both from the church, from the traditional practice, from the society, from the school, everything is oya. You see a child, the parents will bring them to school, say, okay, how much can we pay? So make sure that this person does WAEC once. Who cares? You do WAEC, pass, you go do GC. You do GC, pass, you go do WAEC. You mature. It's only when you mature, you understand what you're actually reading, that you begin to make greater impact. So what I'm trying in essence is that I see a lot of, societal vices in those. So my brother, in conclusion here to your question, I would say the thing is for you and to keep pushing for the local consumption of our drinks. We can also make it a point of duty. I mean, I prefer, as much as I like Budweiser, but I prefer Hero because why? It's local. Make of that whatever you want to make, but on some occasions where there is no water to drink or water you do not trust, you can take one of them and wake up to our belly. So that is it. Now, which question? Let's go. Now, Catfish said something that I liked. He talked about sanitizing the states. There is a lot of things, people careless. When you drive on the street, you see junk, you see cars parked everywhere. I drove in one street in Enugu. Honestly, the street appears like a junkyard. None of the cars parked on this street probably has seen anything like starting or ever run, maybe in the last 2 years. But everybody keeps them there. If we must bring back to sanity, it will hurt. That people, if you don't need a car, if it's not roadworthy, take it off road. That's what, wherever you live abroad, that's what they do. You cannot have a car that is unlicensed, untaxed, being on the road. Unless if it tire you, take it to your village. Because even abroad, they take them to the farm. If this car, okay, we are no longer using it. If you keep it in the town, even when it is in your drive, police can still come and pick it up from your drive. Because why? It is not taxed. Unless it is son, unless you tell them, okay, we are taking it off-road, and through it is off-road, either in your garage or in front of your garage, but not on the road. So people, when we begin to see these things, you understand that there is a lot of work that needs to be done. But what I see is a lot of people deceiving people online, lying. Oh, this one will come. They give a date. Oh, this one will happen. They make this. And you see how many thousands of people, false hope, false hope, false hope, reputation. Yet the people being lied to don't ask deep questions. Someone comes online now. He begins to tell you, there is one I was watching, I think 2 days ago, a native doctor. I just wanted to see if I can. Maybe I don't know. Maybe, as people tell me, maybe empiricism has damaged my brain, that if anything doesn't make any empirical sense, I don't know. Sorry, maybe empiricism has damaged me. I don't know. But I was watching to see this person, and he's claiming to make people rich. And I'm like, but there is these men who are working there. All they do is to kill the rams that people come with, and the chickens and the cows, day in, day out, year in, year out. Then I ask myself, can't he make those people rich? I mean, their brain know they carry rich, come or what? You have somebody that rings the bell and does some incantations. You ask yourself, does the person who rings the bell, who looks so tattered and nasty, does he not deserve to be rich too? Or can't he make him rich? I don't know. I don't know. But these are things that run through my mind. And maybe because I'm saying them out, but this is what I'm thinking. Okay, so let me take the next question. Says, we are emotional with our demands instead of calculative. Oh, well, God bless you on that. One thing I have come to notice is, especially my brothers from the Southeast, sometimes our emotion appears to run overboard. That somebody says something, you say to that individual, have you thought about it this way? Do you think it will work this way? Don't you think that this is not? Oh, you see, you have been paid. Some say you've been given brown envelope. So I said, no, maybe I don't even need the envelope. I beg, bring it without the envelope. I don't want to say you've been given white envelope. Say, well, you see, the Igbos, we are a Republican people. There is never a time you can expect everyone to be thinking in the same way. There must be divergent opinions. You can't just lump everybody together, you know? Eloka says the greatest native doctor Nigeria have are the politicians. Every 4 years they make outlandish claims. But every 4 years they make outlandish claims. You're right. You're right. They scammed us. But there are people, they scammed them in 2015, scammed them again in 2019. They are still hoping. In one forum, I was arguing with people I thought that had brain. What was the argument? The president said before he hands over, he would defeat insecurity. I laughed. My Chinese phone nearly fell off. You know why I was laughing? Because it's nonsense and silly. But I wrote it, and the person said, so Maazi, you don't have faith. I say, that's a stupidity. What kind of faith? A man had 7 years to have a strategy to make impact into security. He didn't. Now he have less than 6 months. Yes, Buhari has less than 6 months. Have you not seen the timetables? The moment the political parties between May and around May, end of May, gets their political, that is their candidates emerge, governance is finished. Whoever emerges, they will now be stealing money. Those ones that know that they are on the last lap, all these like ministers, essays, or whatever they are called, know that they are now about to go home. That's it. Government is finished. Nothing again. Anybody who's like last round, or we've done 8 years, or now it is anything where we no steal now, we no go steal them again. That is what you're going to. Says any Southerner supporting one Nigeria has mental problem. You see, that is the type of sweeping statement that, look, that's the type of sweeping statement that many of you make that is not right. People have the right that somebody says they want to elect someone that will govern their state doesn't make that individual one Nigerian. Nigeria is not working for anybody. The only thing people do is to find a way that it can work for them. I have been preaching here. My approach had always been, while you hope for the best, you get ready for the worst. Therefore, can we at least, yes, Nigeria is not working, can we at least get the Southeast to work, get the South to work? Can you at least do that? And if somebody is doing that, you say the person has a mental problem. I don't know if the greater mental problem is the person making the assertion or the person is, he or she is alluding to, because that is utter nonsense. Sorry, but you can't make such a sweeping statement. You can't. Anyway, Buhari couldn't even, anyway, don't, let me take this question. Maazi, everyone needs to go back to driving school in Nigeria to learn more about road signs. We need a sign. You people in Europe know they are now. You talk of until you learn how to drive in Europe, you'll be ashamed. I done the drive since I was 18 in Germany. That time, doing my driving school, the guy said, "Have you ever driven?" I said, "Yes." I've been driving na tete. Oga, now the guy carry me go. Sign, speed limit, 10. Sign says stop, meaning you must, the car, even if no car is coming, the car must halt before you move. Now I reach there, do Nigerian style, and no car they move. I go. The guy match brake. Normally the training this one will have to. They have the same acceleration both sides. Woo! The guy matched the brake. Pure. He said to me, "You said you've been driving." I said, "Oh, of course, no car was coming." Man, when you finish learning how to drive, you now know that we are all mad. Everybody driving in Nigeria is mad. Everybody. Mad. It's only mad people that will be driving. They will use horn to be singing. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. You see cat is going on the road. You horn for cat. Beep, beep. But sometimes if you don't horn, if it knocks somebody down. Sometimes. It's only when you have driven a car elsewhere that you know that Nigeria are full of mentally unstable people driving cars around. Eloka says that any country with the caliber of people like Peter Obi and Kingsley Moghalu will happily vote either of these men as president. Okay. They are from the wrong side of, but no, I wouldn't even say the wrong side of. It is just African problem, not even only Nigeria. The North had Sanusi, but they gave us Ashwayu. I can assure you. The North had good brains and they gave us assurance. So they gave us assurance. And he's assuring
I assure you that our government.
But I assure you.
I assure you. I want to assure you.
I assure you.
See? So we've been assured. What can we do? We can only laugh. We can only laugh.
You.
So you go gaga. You go gaga. You know, we will happiness more. Don't worry. We will make it. If Nigerians can focus on children, listen. Okay. Maazi, you have a question. If you have a question, you talk it up. So comments are coming in. If Nigerian can focus on their children of 12 years and provide them with orientation to live a better civilized, my brother, not only the children or even adults. Adults need the orientation. Someone is talking about driving. I was driving at the if you know Lagos very well, from Ojuelegba, Adenro Ogusanya, heading towards Mr. Biggs, Eric Moore. Before Airtel office on your left, there was a zebra crossing, and people were waiting. They wanted to cross. I slowed down. Okada, wham, at the back of my this. Okay, why are you slowing? Why are you stopping in the middle of the road? I said, no. Zebra crossing. Now they shout like this. So you can imagine people wanting to destroy your car because you actually stop. That is in Lagos for you. Here in Enugu, how many times have I stopped at traffic light and everybody's looking at you as if whether this man self, if your head is correct? Or is it in my home state of Anambra? No, be roundabout. You stand there. Even the person selling bread will say, okay, do you want to buy bread? He said no. So then why are you stopping here? And I said, can't you see the light? I said, who cares? So you see that I don't even know where we can start. This is our problem. We are not helping one another. We are not even helping ourselves. You people will travel abroad, both politicians and normal people. The moment they come into airport in Nigeria, everybody grows wing. Yet these are the same people, 18 years apprenticeship person at the Heathrow, Frankfurt, or LA is saying, and they are all behaving normal, until the plane lands and all of them clap. You know, normally Nigeria, useless us. Anytime plane lands in Nigeria, the only country that have flown, plane lands, everybody will clap. Clap for what? Pilot that has gone to school is doing his job. Huh? A country that believes that somebody can pray and knock my car engine. I say, come on, I don't drive my Mercedes GL. I don't drive 3 years. Please, you don't tire me. I want a brand new. I want 2023. Come and knock am engine. Me go pay you with for your juju self. Knock am engine so that Mercedes will replace it for me. That is our brain gone to. But sadly, many of us still believe in such nonsense. You know? Mental revolution, man. You see, look at it. How many are we this evening? Because when, it is always easy. People will say, reorientation. No be until the person where they prepare medicine drinker, the person will get killed. People believe where they are lied to. People now are maybe somewhere listening to somebody lying to them, collecting their money, promising them heaven and earth. We will restore XYZ. We will do this. And people are paying monthly due. People, even when they don't have money. There are people, go to Facebook now. You see people, all you will say, they will type amen. I receive, I type amen. The tight line is growing, and 10,000 people are there watching, paying their tithe. Maybe you see, but how many people here even to pay tithe? Maybe because maybe I will go rob chalk. Start collecting tithe. Honestly, sometimes I don't know. Honestly, sometimes I I keep thinking. I said, there is no hope. There was one picture we shared one day. I think that picture was taken either in Thailand. 2 streets, 2. One had very heavy traffic. The other one empty. Yet none of, and there was only a line, a white line demarcating both roads. Yet, even this motorcyclist, everybody was on their lane. The other one was empty. In Nigeria, would that happen? The same idiots making laws will be the same one with their drivers. Pew, 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 pew. Drive the same one way. Now tell me, where the lawmakers are the lawbreakers? What do you want the citizens to do? Where a president who told you that you had 12 presidential jets came in, promised you that he was going to sell them and plunge the money back to economy. When he comes in, 7 years getting to 8 years later, not a single fleet, not a single aircraft was sold. Not a single one. So are you, if he vote to APC, we will bring in restructuring, we will bring in this one. Man, now Mommy G.O. go fit all off on herself. Mommy G.O. say his boyfriend, when they marry, when the guy enter, he say everything close. Say waiting close again. He say everything became new. I say, Mommy G.O., this your story, no follow. Mommy G.O., okay, come talk to us now.
It's me. He's a bishop. He's from Ghana. He said, Evangelist Fumi, we are listening to your message, but don't say nonsense. Don't teach us wrong thing. Say hello is demonic, it's not good. I say, yes, I said so. I never denied. He said, okay, what about the Lord's Prayer? Our Father who art in heaven, hello. I say it's not hello, it's allo. Go back to your dictionary. There's difference between allo and hello. H-A-double-L-O is different to H-E-double-L-O. By the time you remove O from L-O, what will remain? L. So I just greet you in the morning.
You know, see, Nigerian, you know, see, say, we don't craze. So. You know, see, say, we don't craze. Now, what is occupying us is, hello be your name, hello be your name. No be craze, all of us. Even when we say, I am that.
I am not a man. I don't smoke. I don't drink. Everything that you saw me behave and my radicalness is a possession of the Holy Ghost. I'm a warlord.
See, Maazi is also a warlord. This is the possessiveness of my warlordness. I'm also a warlord. What are you talking? I'm a warlord. The possessiveness of my radicalness, or maybe the possessiveness of my one battle of Abatashi. If you invite Mommy G.O. now, Mommy G.O. will tell you that she was, Holy Spirit made her a virgin. She's been doing a quack before, but he married and he prayed and everything, you know, like the governor of Benue State. Everything.
I let that still marry because of my lack of knowledge to wrong person. But you know what? When that man married to me, he was once my boyfriend before I became born again. Oh. When we now marry, the day we met, this man stood up and said, for me, what is happening now? Are you not formally my girlfriend? Why am I sleeping like with you and you become virgin again? Why? It took this man more than 30 minutes before he can penetrate, because I automatically become virgin again. Yes, my husband was surprised. Say, what? How come your body became close? I pray and he answered me. And I'm not joking. He can do it for you again. Even to today, my body still remains tight, and I'm not joking.
Ogala Mohammed's Modiya. Buhari say if you come myself You get it?
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
At this point in time,
APC from top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom. Thank you very much indeed.
So at this point, after watching this one, I said, hey, and people sat down listening to this nonsense that, you know, in fact, I'm relocating. Please, I need visa to Australia. I need visa to Australia because this is
will be in Nigeria. This is your dream.
Amen.
I saw you want to enter Australia.
Australia, yes, sir.
Australia.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Oh, Bodom. You want to enter Australia?
Yes, sir.
Australia is an Australia. They are the same.
So at this point, please, I'm looking for visa. I want to enter whatever you call it, Australia, whichever one, please, just give me the visa. This thing is too much. I can't take it anymore. Waiting.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you?
Okay, now I know Nigeria is not for me. Don't tell me how many times again. I need a visa. Please, provide me visa. This is too much. I'm Australia. My radicalness, even in all my radicalness, this thing is, you know, what are you talking? How people, somebody will gather children, gather people, tell them, you know, sometimes I just think, what does these people think? Suddenly you became
I later still marry because of my lack of knowledge to wrong person. But you know what? When that man married to me, he was once my boyfriend before I became born again. Oh. When we now marry, the day we met, this man stood up, say, for me, what is happening now? Are you not formally my girlfriend? Why am I sleeping like with you and you become virgin again? Why? It took this man more than 30 minutes before he can penetrate. Because
again, a ball demand the drill. 30 minutes. Hey, Okorocha, you must hear this because this is in fact, this is Iberibe chapter 1, verse 2. Iberibe. He said, man. I don't tire. In fact, people. Yeah. 30 minutes. I don't just. I don't dare. John Okolie, this he don't. He don't bring medical. Some of you no go kill me. Hey, Nigeria is a joke. I tell you, Nigeria is a joke. Nigeria is a joke, but we can't despair. You know, things are not working. We'll make sense out of. We'll try and make sense out of the senselessness. Like Melanie F. You know, Melanie says that How can we replicate Soludo in Imo State and Abia? And who will be your preference in both states? That comes to mind. In other states, if I'm being honest, I think that Senator Enyinya Baribe would complement Abia. I think Enyinya Baribe would do well that if we hold him to account. If he doesn't, not to stoke fire on his ass. I'm telling you, so it's not, you know him, you don't know him. No, ignite fire. You know, the danger in being a legislator is that you have leeways to say, oh, you had no power to do anything. But when you become an executive governor, in fact, but just have a mental picture of it. Have a mental picture of it. Soludo as governor. Abariba as governor. Another solid human being in Enugu. Let's say Ike Kuremadu. I mean, I'm talking about people who are pro-Igbo, who are pan-Igboists. In Imo State, let's say Emeki Hedioha. And in Ebonyi State, let's say, I don't know, a good Igboist in Ebonyi. Okay, let's say Dr. Nnamdi Igwe. And somebody will say something from Abuja. With these people, I mean, you can go to sleep because you know they will respond. You know, you can predict how they will respond to issues. But here, as it is today, they can't even have common meeting. Why? Obiana will tell you, I won't go to Ebonyi State for meeting. Common to form a regional security outfit. Bring money. Enugu State, we say we have a forest guard. Anambra will say we have Anambra AVG. This person will talk the other one. The other person will talk the other one. And at the end of the day, nothing is provided for the citizens. Yes, those things will be irrelevant the moment we have state police. But we don't have state police for now. So when we talk about these things, I believe the moment we begin to have men with balls, or imagine Maazi Ezeoke as governor of Anambra State, and somebody will sit in Abuja, just like Ugwuanyi did when Uzuwan was attacked. He went to Enugu. He went to Abuja to tell the president that a community in his state was attacked. My friend, if I'm the governor of Anambra State, you rather impeach me than to go to Abuja and tell any damn human being born like myself that my state is attacked. My duty is to protect my state and not to go tell somebody that my state is being attacked. We must begin to have men with balls. Men who can engage when we need it. But men who can also get angry and who, irrespective of who is in the center, and say, no, we can't take such nonsense. Maybe Anambra is a starting point. Maybe we might eventually get it right. I don't know. But we must do everything possible to get it right. Okay, see, Daniel says, we are waiting to see the Ebonyi State Airport tomorrow. Maybe we will replicate at Ebonyi State Airport. I mean, it's good. It's not yet finished, but you know, if all things being equal, the airport is supposed to be finished by, originally was it October or August? But I don't know, with all these political distractions, I don't know. But my prayer is that it is finished by whoever started it. Because he's the only person that will have the mind to finish it. You know, Nigerian way of doing things. Best Place, Fulani Caliphate will never allow Igbos to have state police. Well, Okay. On my interview with Pius Anyim Pius last weekend, he said something that struck me. He said when we talk about the killings by be it bandits or the headsmen, or the criminal headsmen, as I wish to call them, that if one person is killed in the south or in the southeast, note that 15 people are losing their life in the north. Therefore, the argument of state police is no longer the argument for the south, because south has somewhat discovered a way to somewhat, to some degree, protect their environment, which our counterparts are still struggling to. Therefore, by his own argument, it is more expedient that they push for state police. And you can see some of them, people like El-Rufai and a couple of them pushing seriously, not this, because that is the only way. You think if El-Rufai had state police, what happened in Kaduna today, would it have happened? He would have probably rounded every single bandit that went into the airport. Do you know what it means? An airport, aeroplane, on the runway, taxiing, trying to taxi, and people are stopping them, just like the way pirates take the Nigerian waters and hijack big ship. But here, you could have more. Listen, whether you call it a Motekun, you call it a Bubago, you call it Anambra Vigilante, you call it a Forest Guard, Enugu, you call it whatever you call it, those things are ad hoc. You want a permanent solution? State reformed police. Total reformation of the federal police with the allowance of creating of state police. Because what it would then mean, the states, vigilantes, will now be collapsed into probably police constables. They will now have to undergo proper training, which includes literacy and otherwise, not all this knee-jerk approach. What we have now is, that's why the criminality we have in the South is getting out of hand, because you have known criminals and armed robbers. But because we know them, they are our brothers, we ask them to come and be security personnel. When there is no threat, I can't remember a film, a Swedish film that I watched in the early 2000s. I can't know, I think it's either it's called Yala Yala. I think it's Yala Yala, I can't remember. But I remember that it's a very funny movie. In that movie, the Swedish cops started committing crime because there was no crime. So at night, they will go and commit crime so that they have work to do in the morning. They were doing that so that their station cannot be shut down. It sounds crazy and utopic. But you know that states like Netherlands, there are places they are shutting prisons down for lack of inmates. Our own. Don't let me say what it is. Anyway, you see, best. One thing, you know, you say that Governor El-Rufai and co are not serious. You see, one thing that I beg us as Southerners to always do, and especially in the Igbo, is let's give, you know, as things go, you give others benefit of doubt. Like one time, I hear some of us say, Igbo presidency in 2023. Yet, you know, in one breath, the same person saying Igbo presidency in 2023 are saying all Nathanas are XYZ. So, you cannot have Igbo presidency or Southeast presidency from the same Northerners that you say they are XYZ. You know, sometimes let's engage more here. Not everything that we think that we must say. You shouldn't be Obaginisi or Megan. I think whichever way, state police, regional police, I don't care how it works. But again, J. Chico, state police has its own downside, of course. If you have a Hitler in a state, you can probably use it against the people. But think about it this way. It brings down the issue of security to the granular level. That is what it does for you. Regional policing may still not cascade it the way you would want. Recall that when you have state police, you can now have what they call regional cooperation. I would rather have state police with regional cooperation than have regional police. That is my view. I mean, let's, the reason why we're here is to interact with one another and share ideas. John, do you believe state police will work without first restructuring the country constitutionally? Yes, I believe it will work. What does it need? It needs legislative approval. If the current constitutional amendment that is ongoing, irrespective that people like us would, if you ask me what I want, I'll say I want a brand new constitution. But some will tell me that's wishful thinking, you're not being realistic. Then the question that would then is left to be answered will be, what is then realistic? Is it realistic to demand for a brand new constitution before you get to the next election? It is, if you ask me, it is already too late. Way too late. Alternative is, if the National Assembly continues, no matter how small, the amendments, that will unbundle the exclusive list, put some of the items like aviation, some of the items, in the concurrent list, it is an incremental improvement, but holistically, yet not. But they say in local parlance, half bread is better than granite. The challenge I do have actually is that those who are in charge are abdicating their duties on the pretext of, we don't have laws to do this, we don't have the other one to do this. We have Eloka, have you noticed that the Northern Elders Forum have not gathered in front of television to always ramble against insecurity? No, let them continue insecurity in the Southeast now. Southeast is dealing with its own insecurity. The current governor of Anambra State is doing a lot behind the scene. And the people are also behind him. People are beginning to come out and wanting to engage. One of the things is, the only way we can actually show that things are beginning to pick up back in the Southeast is by when we stop this destruction every Monday called sit at home. And I am happy with the engagement that the government is doing. Speaking to people who, of course, by right, there are people who are aggrieved. There are people who need justice. Whoever denies that is not human. There are things that has happened in Imo State, though whatever, it's not as straightforward as many would want me to say. It's slightly complicated, where, people's houses has been burnt, life lost. There is a documentary that will soon come out from a very reputable organization. You people will see. Detailed. Question is, if we all know all these things, why should we be bothered about how someone perceives us regarding the security in the area? What should bother us is how and what can we do to protect lives and property and investments of our people in their homes. That's all. Best Bet said Monday sit at home would continue until Maazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. Of course, Monday sit at home can continue in your house. You can sit at home until he's released. That someone is not sitting at home with you does not mean the individual doesn't want him to be released. You must get that and get that straight on. Okay, so you are free to sit at home. You know, if you are, best, I just want to address that. I ideally want to address people with real name, but whatever it is, of course, my brother, you are free to sit at home. If you are in America watching me and you don't want to go to work every Monday, swap your Monday with your Friday. It suits you. It's as a solidarity. That's it. That's it. So Mike Plain says it is not necessarily about state police, but how police are employed. Sure, but in the framework, we can actually frame it by either communities or towns. Do you understand? Because what we will need is, why local policing is always important is, imagine that you are from Abombise. I'm sorry if you're from Abombise. I'm just picking a random community. Or let's say you're imagine from your Ado-Ekiti. Let's, for the fear of staying national. Let's say you are from Ado-Ekiti. And the local police, the local head, everybody, the CID, the secret agent, everybody understands the local language. Policing becomes less cumbersome and much easier to manage. But imagine you send the CID Adamu to go to Oka because of the cult crisis going on there. It comes in there, people are not, when people begin to speak on each slangs, something again. The Adamu will be looking, Kai, what did they talk me? Why did they say make you knock me spoon for tit? No, sir, it did not work. Or you send the Maazi Ezeoke to Ekiti State to go and investigate a crime. Maazi Ezeoke probably will be, after walking around for so many hours, I'll be looking at where to go and drink Ekiti palm wine, because I'll be, honestly, it will be like you've just basically taken me to another planet. It means absolutely nothing to me. I do not understand the language, neither do I understand the culture. So why must I go there to police them? Or if the same thing happens, that you send an Ayo to the remotest part of Mobi in Jimeta, no, in Adamawa, to go and police that place. What do you expect him to do? You've just set him up for failure. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. He said, Soludo should not force people to work on Monday. Ah, okay. And people should be paid on Monday, huh? Guys, I think we are not yet. We don't see the enormity of, here is a state that only has 300 million. 300 million. Now, if by the end of the month, the workers in Anambra don't get paid, if by next week now, that is by Monday, they should be paid on Monday. If by Monday they don't get paid now, everybody will say, Soludo has come in, is not paying. People must work. Let us work and let him not pay. And he will see Chake Chan part 2. Say, I don't know they die. But we must, listen, we must encourage him. I think anyone who is aggrieved, anyone who is, enforcing Monday sit at home, doing this, doing the other, when I say, people shed your soul, just give him time. Let these things be addressed. But saying that he shouldn't force people, there are two ways. There are two ways, if you ask me. You might give people some time. If need be, that Mondays be deducted. We can't, listen, we can't continue. Do you know how many billions we lose? Come on. Eh? Microsoft built an office in Lagos. And some of you are making comment online, why is this not built in the Southeast? I'm like, who's going to build it in the Southeast? If your investment is not secured, it's not about emotions. These are hard facts and hard realities. You might not like it, but sorry, but that's what it is. Hard facts. So at the end of the day, I think, negotiations is very sensitive. Of course, I do understand. I don't believe he's going to be that autocratic, but at least he's made the first move, appealing to the people. You see, there is less media attention now because whatever conversation that is happening is real. It's real. He's stooping to conquer. He's talking to whoever that is willing to listen. What we know is conversation will continue going on, but again, let's all know that a minute set of people eventually cannot hold everybody to ransom. We are brothers and sisters. I'm not his spokesperson, but I know and I believe that all of us will be reasonable to understand, that we need to come together to close the gap. Like I keep saying to us, you cannot go to Abuja and you quarrel with somebody, and you just run to your house in Abia or in Anambra and you're banging your head against the wall in your kitchen. The person you argued with is still in Abuja, probably drinking pepper soup without even knowing that you're banging your head, and you're there shouting, yes, I'm dealing with you. Organa, your head is a brick. The person in Abuja doesn't know about you. Nothing. It's nothing. Doesn't know about you. I don't talk my own. No. So I think I've taken enough questions. Let me see. Mike Plain says Hausa and Yoruba serves the majority of the police in Southeast when they are killed. Our community does not sympathize because our mothers miss not with us. Well, it's neither here nor there. It might be wrong to say that they are the majority. It might be wrong to say that they are majority. They have substantial numbers, maybe in the leadership cadre, but many people on the road are Ndibo. So when you kill them, you kill your brother. Again, I don't care who kills them. All I care is that it must stop. Maazi, I believe the Southeast politicians boldly rise up in the question Buhari that the reasoning of releasing Boko Haram repentant holding. I don't need to beg word. I don't understand that comment. Monday sit at home is a sacrifice. Without it, he can still pay workers. It's not a sacrifice. Mwobodo, Chekube, please tell me how it is a sacrifice. It is not a sacrifice. What are you sacrificing for, please? Mwobodo, I don't mind sending you the link. Please come online and tell us how is it there. Because, that is the civil. Let us convince us. Those that say they don't, let anybody who wants to join come and tell us how it is a sacrifice. How? Please, how is Monday Sit at Home a sacrifice and what is it going to achieve? Sell it to me. Sell it to me, please. I don't want you to run away because, these things people are, when you make such argument, I want them to be substantiated. Can you come in and tell us how that is what it is? Which safety? You don't. Melanie says, Abimani says, if the governor has implemented anything to guarantee their safety. I don't know what he has implemented. But if we say we are not the one doing it, then we should throw it open and allow people to come to work. Those that want to stay based on their sacrifices can stay at home. But let no one attack those that decide to go to work or decide to do something else. Because the moment that happens, it means, the issue that you are not behind it then is a fluke. Anyway, people, I think we've done this conversation for enough, and I say thank you very much. It has been an engaging time with you, and if you haven't subscribed to this platform, please, by all means, do. Please, 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 please. I beg you, just click the like button. Click the like button. On that note, I will say good night, everybody. Good night, and see you another day.